Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I'll be reviewing BaroneX rank 3 level 130. So you guys will see this monster's best skills, best runes, everything you need to know. And also I'm going to showcase it in battle for you guys. So I hope you guys are excited. If you are, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, notifications on. Anyways, let's go on and get started. So guys, I want to give a huge shout out to Sammy for letting me borrow his account. He already has a rank 3 BaroneX. So yeah, we have a level 130 BaroneX here. And I want to start off with the traits first. So take a look at this Hardened. So right away you have access to Hardened, which is quite decent. So you have all status effects, basically 20% less accuracy against all status effects, which is not that bad. Super Attuned, on the other hand, at rank 1, it's not the best trait to have for her, honestly. Rank 3, you have Stamina Leak. Basically, in the beginning of the battle, you'll apply Stamina Leak to all the enemies. If there's a Mega Taunt, that goes towards the Mega Taunt. But if there's no Mega Taunt, guess what? Every ally will have a Stamina Leak, okay? So it will drain their stamina a little bit every turn. Alright, so trait-wise, not the best, honestly. Not my favorite. But stat-wise here, I've already seen the stats at level 100. It's actually pretty good. It's quite good. Speed, on the other hand, I wanted to, compare the speed of this monster and Dawn Canine. So here, I wrote both of their speed. BaroneX has 7,425 at level 100. Dawn Canine, on the other hand, has 7,392. So as you guys can see, BaroneX is faster there. Alright, so that means that if there was a battle between these two monsters, BaroneX was taken the first turn. Alright, the reason why I compared her with BaroneX is because of CDA skill. Okay, so this monster also has CDA skills. By that, I mean, take a look at this one right here. Complete Timerian Device, which is a low metal damage to all enemies, applies CDA to all enemies. So basically, you're going to hit the enemies with cool activation, and if they don't have any skills that are basically 0 turn cooldown, then they'll have to charge up. Alright, but the next skill is Deadly Storm, which is a moderate metal damage to all enemies, removes 50% of stamina from all enemies. That's a 3 turn cooldown with 48 stamina, and the skill before that, the CDA one, it is 2 turn cooldown with 42 stamina. Then you have Deadly Touch, which is a moderate metal damage to one enemy, removes 100% of stamina to one enemy. So full stamina removal. Here's the thing with this one, with this skill, is that many monsters in the game, alright, let's just say monsters, many of them, they have some type of relic that will regenerate their stamina. So even if you end up removing full stamina, you can't really rely on that, because they can always regenerate their stamina with their relic. Alright, either relic or talent, because remember, there is Unholy Vigor for corrupted monsters, and then for Metropolitan monsters, there is that Tactical Scouter that will regenerate stamina. So yeah, you can't really rely on the Deadly Touch. Same with the Deadly Storm. Then you have Scrapped Timerian Device, which is a low metal damage to one enemy, activates cooldown on one enemy, and then gives you an extra turn. So yeah, you're going to hit him with CDA, and then you're going to get an extra turn. And with that extra turn, you can either go with the 50% stamina removal, or the 100% stamina removal, or the AoE CDA. But the thing is with this, here's the thing. Why would you want to run the single target? Maybe you face a dodge area monster, let's say, right? You face a dodge area monster, it could come in handy against that, actually. Because if you hit him with the AoE, it won't really work out, so you might as well just go with a single target, get the extra turn, and then you can use your AoE skill. So basically, all of them have cool activation on them. You know what I mean? So then the special skill, it's called Time Travel, deals moderate metal damage to all enemies, activates all cooldowns on all enemies, restores all cooldowns on all allies. Let's take a look at some of these other skills that he didn't go with. Broken Timerian Device, which is a moderate metal damage to one enemy, activates cooldown on one enemy. The thing with that skill is that it's basically scrapped Timerian Device, but it doesn't give you the extra turn. And it is a moderate metal damage rather than the low metal damage, okay? So you don't really have to worry about the damage. I mean, it comes with an extra turn, which makes it up, okay? So you might as well just go with the scrapped Timerian Device that he has equipped already. Then you have Toxic Dust Storm, which is a low metal damage to all enemies, activates, or not activates, there's a stamina leak basically to all enemies. Now here's the thing with that, I wouldn't recommend running that, especially if you add this monster to rank 3, because you'll have that as a status caster anyway. So it's basically apply that in the beginning, alright? Behold My Staff removes 30% of stamina. It's spammable as long as you have the 30 stamina, but it's only 30% stamina removal. It's not like it's 100%. Plus, these monsters can't really hold Unrelenting Assault or anything like that. I mean, even if she could have, sorry, BaroneX is a female monster, even if she could have, you know, Unrelenting Assault won't really kick in because it doesn't deal any damage. It just removes stamina. Toxic Dust is another one. It's a moderate metal damage to one enemy, apply Stamina Leak. This is also spammable as long as you have the 24 stamina. But again, it's not like this monster is an attack or anything like that. Plus, this is basically a single target of that one Stamina Leak skill that was mentioned up here, this one right here. It's basically a single target of it. It's just that it has 0 cooldown, so you'll be fine against cooldown activation. But anyways, it is a metal Metropolitan monster. So with the runes, this is correct. You can go triple speed. You can also go with 1 team speed in here if you want, something like this. Or it really depends on the play. You can even end up going with like 2 team speeds and 1 speed. It really depends on the play once again. So if you're going to be running this monster with any other that could take in the first turn and remove positive status effect, and then she takes the second turn right after, you hit him with TDA, then that's fine. But yeah, many times you'll run up against Megataunt, so it's safer to run another on your side that can take in the first turn and remove positive status effect, because there will be Megataunt for sure. Okay, so you can cleanse that Megataunt, and then this monster could take in the turn right after and hit them with cooldown activation. All right, or stamina drain, whichever one. But anyways, for the relics here, you have staff as one of them. Then you have Nebula's trap, and then lastly is for this you can go with something like med pack that works out. You can go with not power armor, that doesn't work. Tactical scouter actually, and there is also face shield, which he doesn't have, but you can go with face shield as well if you want to go with that. Now here's the thing, I'm personally gonna go with tactical scouter. Just give me a second. Here's why I'm gonna go with tactical scouter. Okay, so for staff here, we're not gonna go with master staff, although I'm gonna mention to you guys some of the staff that you can go with. One of them would be Sigurd's staff, Equiliary staff you can go with, master staff, Cane of Atlantis also works out, and last but not least, the Pump Seed staff. Now unfortunately his Pump Seed staff is only level 1. I was really thinking about going with the Pump Seed staff, but unfortunately he has a level 1. And it only removes 27 points of stamina, which is not enough. Oh man, no, I really wanted to go to Pump Seed, because the play would have been to use this, the Tactical Scouter, to regenerate my stamina basically. I can't tap on it for some reason. But yeah, the Tactical Scouter, I would use this to regenerate stamina and stuff like that, and I was going to rely on Pump Seed staff, because after the turn in I could have either went with a Deadly Storm, which removes full stamina, because that's at 50%, and then Pump Seed staff would have done about almost 50% and removed almost all stamina, so then they would have had to charge up. You know, it really depends on the monster though, what talent or relic they're actually holding, because they might end up regenerating their stamina. In that case, you could just go with your CDA skill, but unfortunately he doesn't have like a ranked up Pump Seed staff, so I might as well just go with master staff. All right, so then for the trap, here's what I recommend giving, guys. So there are actually many options. You can go with Wormhole's trap, Nebula's trap, which he already had equipped. I wouldn't really recommend that one, although you can go with Ruby's trap, because this monster can be denied very easily. Look at this, there's nothing protecting it, you know what I mean? So yeah, you can go with that if you want, the Ruby trap. Another one would be Master's Claw's trap, and that's about it. But me personally, I'm gonna go with Nebula's trap here, of course. Alright, so we are set here, we are good to go. Alright, let's go and take it to battle. Alright, so we're in battle now. So here's the thing, this base, it's an adventure map, of course. It doesn't have any Megataunt, but normally if they do have a Megataunt, I recommend running a monster that is slightly faster than BaroneX. It could be literally like, for example, Spectra with the Spilling Fist. You can start off with that, you know what I mean? Hitting them with Falling Fire and removing all positive status effects. You can go with Spectra. Spectra would be a good pair up, right? So Spectra takes in the first turn and then BaroneX right after. That will work out. Or any other monsters, like even Lord Nebutos, you could go with full speed or something, right? And then BaroneX takes in the turn right after. So with Lord Nebutos, he doesn't have that one cleanse skill, which removes positive status effects and apply dead countdown. So you could use that to basically take care of the Megaton. Now, the best of the best would be most likely the dragon Trailong, because he does have a trait disable in case if you go up against Pangoliath, because many use that Megataunt rather than going with Oliphanetic or Maelstrom or whatever, right? So it's best to go with that monster, pairing it up with BaroneX, you know what I mean? And then on top of that, you could go with like either a Megataunt or something else on your side, like Fruit Taster, for example, you know? But anyways, here's what I'm gonna do. Since there's no Megataunt or anything like that, I'm going to run these two, and then we're gonna need an attacker. It could be any attacker. For example, we could go with this 140 Sapman that he has. All right, so we should take in the first turn just like this. All right, we got the first turn, and here's what we can do. You can either start off with the 50% stamina removal. Now if you have Pump Seed staff equipped, which I don't, but if you have that, you can start off with like Deadly Storm, and basically you remove 50 stamina there, and on top of that you can remove more stamina using that Pump Seed staff. All right, so Yeah, that's that. But anyways, we are going to hit them with cooldown activation. So here we go. Now, what cooldown activation does is that if they don't have any, whatchamacallit, if they don't have any skills that are 0 cooldown, they're gonna be forced to charge up. Alright? So it puts their best skills on cooldown, for sure, unless they're immune to cooldown, of course. Let's go ahead and give him a turn in. He's probably gonna attack because he probably has a 0 cooldown skill. Now, is that a weak skill? No, it's just single target, and it's not his best, okay? It's really not his best skill to go with. That's why he attacked with his worst, I guess you could say, which is 0 cooldown. Now we can remove full stamina. Now take a look at that. Stamina leak is still there because of his status caster in the beginning. Sorry, her status caster. Alright, so we don't even have to attack right now, you know? He will be forced to charge up because of that stamina leak, which is actually quite nice. So that stamina leak could come in handy from time to time, but it's not the best status caster to have, honestly. So we're gonna go ahead and let Viper Hot Up take a turn in. See, look at that. She or he was forced to charge up. Now what we can do is use our ultimate here with her. So time travel, it deals moderate metal damage to all enemies, activates all cooldowns, and restores all cooldown on all allies. Now here's the thing, let me give you guys an example of what they mean by the restoring all cooldown. So for example, let's see. We're gonna use one of these as an example. Like for example, Deadly Touch, right? Deadly Touch. No. Let me see if there's a 3-turn cooldown. This one right here, perfect. So this has a 3-turn cooldown. Okay, so that means that it's gonna take me 3 more turns in order for me to use that skill again. All right, so I'm gonna use it right now, just like that. And guess what? Once we use our ultimate here, right? Deadly Storm, as you guys can see, there is a 3-turn cooldown. So if I end up using this, oh my gosh, that's it. That's your ultimate. Is literally just a car running over. But look. It's her turn again. Watch this. Deadly Storm is available again, so I can use it again. That's what they mean by restoring the cooldown. Now, I'm gonna use my extra turn skill here. So that basically applies cooldown activation and gives me an extra turn. So on top of that, I could go with like 50% stamina removal, for example. Or whatever, you know. And we have our ultimate here with Sapman. We might as well use it. So you're gonna be forced to charge up, right? We're gonna let you take some damage from the Torture. How's that? That's quite a lot of damage. Look at that. You have 71k. We could use the extra turn skill just to deal some damage. And unfortunately, we can't take you down. So I'm going to do Deadly Touch, which removes full stamina. So next turn, if this monster survived, he or she would have... I don't know if it's a he or she, but it doesn't matter. Let's just say this monster would have had to charge up because it has 0 stamina. Thanks to the skills that I used that removed stamina. And even if Viper Hot Up had any stamina remaining, the monster couldn't do anything. It lags so hard right there, but because of the cooldown activation, or probably use one of his skills that aren't really that good. All right, so we might as well go into a different one here. For example, maybe this one. Okay, looks like we got Baron Trader with the 2 Panda Claws. Let's see how this goes. So we can start off with the cooldown activation first, which is this one right here. So we basically applied cooldown activation to them. I want to see if they'll end up charging up or they'll attack, because they might have a 0 cooldown skill. So we can actually give them a turn in here and test us out. So we're going to let Panda Claws take in a turn. Shiny New, which isn't really his best skill. Recharge. See, Baron Trader was forced to recharge because he doesn't have any 0 cooldown skills. Okay, so we got our ultimate here again. Now I do have a 50% blind, so yeah, I didn't think so. One of you... It missed on one of you guys. I'm gonna do Become the Predator. We're gonna hit you with that. Unfortunately, that missed as well because I have that 50% blind. Thanks to that Panda. Before he died, he hit me with that. I'm gonna hit you with TDA again. And then 50% stamina removal. That's so mean. I'm just gonna auto this now. Now, I'm gonna give him one more turn, one more try, or turn, whatever. And let's see if he ends up attacking. Of course not, because it had no stamina remaining, plus he got hit with TDA earlier. Now we can also remove the 100% stamina here, just like that. So next turn, he's going to be forced to charge up again, but we're going to finish him off just like that. So not a bad monster, I want to say. Now, I want to hear your opinion in the comments down below. What do you guys like more, BaroneX, or do you like Don Canine? Alright, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear it. That's going to be pretty much it for today's monster review on this Mythic. I hope you guys did enjoy it, and I hope you found it helpful. If you did, drop a like to help me back out, you know, and also subscribe to the channel with notifications on. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.